When you are old. 1. A little boy is wearing a bright green shirt. In his hand, he tightly holds a sandwich and an empty bag and asks, "Can you open this for me?" He gives the bag to an elderly man who is sitting next to him on his right. "Of course I can, buddy," says David Carrier. He is 92 years old, and he takes the bag in his old hands and carefully opens it. The little boy is pleased and begins to put sandwiches into the plastic bag. The old man grins. "He's a clever kid," he says. "I haven't worked with him in a long time." 2. All this happened on Friday a few weeks ago at the Providence Mount St. Vincent Retirement Home in West Seattle. The old man and the boy are part of a group of senior citizens and youngsters. Together they are packing lunches for the homeless. Other volunteers will soon deliver them. This is just one of many projects that bring the elderly and the young together through the Intergenerational Learning Center, which takes place inside a retirement home. From Monday to Friday, children aged 6 weeks to 5 years old interact with Mount St. Vincent's residents, whose average age is 92. Activities range from a musical hour and story time to art classes. 3. Charlene Boyd is the administrator of Providence Mount St. Vincent, or the Mount. She says that the Intergenerational Learning Center, ILC, was developed 23 years ago. The mission of the center is to develop the community and make the last years of life meaningful, life-affirming, and engaging. "We wanted this to be a place where people come to live, not come to die," Boyd said. "It's not a complicated idea," she added. "It's about living a normal life." In 1991, Boyd was part of the team that decided to open a daycare center at the Mount. They thought it would add to the community that the Mount was trying to build. "We believe that life is like a circle. You're born, you live your life, and you become older. We want all those years, from the beginning to the end of life, to be the best years of our lives," Boyd says. The purpose of the project is to link the beginning of that circle to its end. 5. The project has 2 benefits. Firstly, the children give a lot of the older residents much energy and allow them the opportunity to meet people of all ages. Secondly, the project helps young families and children to learn about aging. Getting older has realities that are both positive and negative. Many of the kids had never seen a wheelchair or walker before they joined this project. They could have been afraid of them. Now they realize that these things are normal and that they are just a part of life. The kids see them every day and they know that there is nothing to fear. 6. Donna Butts, who is the Executive Director of Generations United, which is a national group that encourages and organizes intergenerational involvement, says the idea of intergenerational learning facilities is not new. It has existed for about 25 years and has many benefits. Older adults involved in the programs tend to be more optimistic. They have more friends and better memories. They are also better at taking care of themselves. But says there are advantages for the young people too. They get extra attention from an older adult, and this helps them to improve social skills. They also have less fear of aging. Butts doesn't know the exact number of intergenerational learning facilities in the United States, but she says that there are between 100 and 500 of them. She also says that the trend is growing. This is partly because members of the generation that is called the baby boomers are looking for interesting ways to look after their aging parents. 7. People are starting to understand the changes in the demographic situation, Butts said. There are more old people than once, so we can either look at this change as a problem or as an asset. We believe the elderly are an asset, and that people of all ages have something to give. The ILC is a popular program. At the moment it has 125 young students and a waiting list of 2.5 years. 8. Mary Hoover is the director of ILC. She sees these meetings between young and old as just one of the many services that the center offers. She says that she often hears stories from parents who are amazed at their children's ability to relate to old and disabled people when they are not yet at school. These children are still quite young, so the parents didn't expect their kids to have a lot of cognitive awareness, but clearly the kids have it. 9. Eileen Hirami is only 13 years old, but she's an instructor at the daycare center. She describes how the ILC children develop emotional awareness. From the time that we are babies until the time we die, we are all individuals who want to be recognized and respected, Hirami said. She says the children start to understand this because of the interactions that they experience every day with many different age groups. There are the elderly residents of the facility, but there are also adult volunteers who work in the Mount's gift shop and thrift store. There are teachers and there are teenagers who volunteer to work in the convenience store. We have all the different generations here, and it's a joy and a challenge to always be together, she says. Sometimes it's joyful, but sometimes it's stressful. All the time we are learning how to grow together. 10. Ryan Smith, who is Boyd's son, was one of the first children enrolled in the daycare. Now he is 23. He says that the program is responsible for giving him a need to help people. Smith recently graduated from Washington State University. Now he is studying to become a firefighter. When I look back now, I think it made a great impact on my life, Smith said. It made me more aware of my surroundings and of elderly people. 11. Eileen McCloskey is an activities director for some of the residents. She says that the ILC is not like any other long-term care environment that she has ever worked in. McCloskey remembers the first ILC event that she attended. You heard all this life. There was a loud, happy noise coming down the hallway. It wasn't the kind of noise that you usually associate with long-term care. McCloskey says that the residents' eyes light up when they interact with the children. You don't have to do anything. You can just step back. You watch the children and the elderly, and it happens like magic. That is exactly why we have this program. It's magic, and it happens here every time. Victor Warkentin has 2 children, age 5 and 2. They are both enrolled in the program. He talks about the ILC philosophy, which stresses problem solving. Warkentin says that this philosophy has had a substantial impact on the way his children see the world. Because they are able to problem solve, they feel more comfortable when they want to explain their feelings or take new chances. Warkentin likes the intergenerational aspects, but to him they are an added bonus. He says they make that program that much better. Recently, Warkentin and his family moved from West Seattle to Issaquah, Washington. But he continues to drive 40 minutes every day to West Seattle. It's worth it to me, he said. I haven't found anything that comes close to it. Questions. 1. What can we infer about the little boy and David Carriere? A. They are family members. B. They are the same age. C. They like sandwiches. D. They have worked together before. 2. What does the word they in paragraph 2 refer to? 3. What are the 2 goals of the Intergenerational Learning Center? 4a. Charlene Boyd has an optimistic or pessimistic approach to life. B. Support your answer with a quote. 5. Complete these sentences that describe the benefits of the project. The residents receive. The children learn. 6. Which advantages of the programs does Butt mention? Put a V tick next to the correct ones. Older people have more friends. Younger people have better memories. Old people are less afraid of getting older. Nobody knows their exact number. Old people are more optimistic. 7. What does the ILC waiting list prove? 8. Complete this table. Name A. Connection to article, Director of ILC. Message B. Children have טור שני בצד שמאל. Name Ryan Smith. Connection to article C. Message D. טור שלישי בצד שמאל. Name E. Connection to article an instructor at the daycare center. Message F. Children develop 9. Why does the article mention that Ryan Smith is studying to be a firefighter? A. To show he's not elderly. B. Because he's Boyd's son. C. To show that he likes to help. D. Because he likes adventure and challenges. 10. McCloskey compares the way that the residents interact with children with 11. Which 2 advantages of the program does Victor Warkentin mention? 12. What does the word it in paragraph 13 refer to?